Perth's annual Invasion Day rally on January 26 is the biggest public gathering of the city's Indigenous community.
26th of January is all about truth-telling. Everyone turns out. It's really a big event that happens.
This voice is a loud voice.
Sosonke Msamang went along with one of her colleagues, a Noongar woman.
So there were some elders on stage, they were speaking, telling stories, sort of typical rally stuff.
We will never forget. Never.
While they stood watching the speeches, they saw an object fall from the balcony above.
I saw this thing on my peripheral vision, sort of flying towards me, and so I turned my head and I looked up towards the balcony and I saw this man, and then I turned to look sort of 2 meters away from where my colleague and I were standing. And it was like a sock. It looked like a frozen sock, and there was something in it. And the thing that I did, which I probably shouldn't have done, but was I very gingerly leaned forward and I picked it up.
She took it to police, and 30 minutes later, reinforcements arrived and started clearing the crowd.
We need this area clear.
I was on stage when the police came to me, and I was a bit unsure, a bit confused what was happening. Then they said to someone, "There's a possible bomb, you need to evacuate." So me and Herbert got a microphone and told everyone, push back, there's a possible bomb situation, and push back.
Police allege the device thrown into the crowd contained a mixture of chemicals, nails and metal ball bearings, concealed in a child's sock and designed to explode on impact.
Thankfully, it did not detonate. But for that, we could have seen a mass casualty event with injuries and potential loss of life.
More than 3 weeks later,
Justice, no peace.
the community is still coming to terms with what could have happened.
It's scary to think that somebody from Australia that actually wanted to take the lives of Aboriginal people and also their supporters.
Police arrested a man at the scene, but it was only after 9 days of investigation that the incident was declared an act of terror, the first time that charge has ever been laid in Western Australia.
All of us in this room, all of us in our community would have seen a bomb being thrown into a crowd on Australia Day at an Invasion Day rally is an act of terror. But to charge someone with a terrorism offence, we need to prove of the motivation and the ideology of that person.
And we're a bit disappointed there wasn't an outcry in the community at all. Wasn't any outcry, and we're very disappointed that it hasn't happened, especially with all the media reporting throughout Australia. So a bit sad and a bit disappointed about that.
Probably the important thing to recognise here is that the terrorism investigation avenue started about half an hour after the device was thrown. So the authorities were immediately considering the possibility that this was something that was motivated by some kind of political ideology.
The arrested man's identity was initially suppressed by the court, his lawyer arguing his safety was at risk. But yesterday, a magistrate overturned the suppression order, revealing that the man facing charges is 32-year-old Liam Alexander Hall. Police allege Hall was acting alone and had been self-radicalised by pro-white material online.
Most lone actors who commit attacks by themselves have spent a great deal of time engaging, these days often almost always online, with a whole range of ideas and the ideology that they use to justify their actions. So whilst they are alone in operational terms, it's important to recognise that they are also part of an ideological movement and at times an organisation.
We need to isolate these ideological extremes, and we need to reassert our values as Australians, and this was a horrific attack on First Nations people.
In the wake of the attack, First Nations leaders have been meeting with government and police, and security has been tightened at Aboriginal medical centres.
We haven't been involved in terrorism before, and like when we found out someone wanted to try to kill us, it was quite distressing. And people have ranged through a lot of emotions now.
Our concerns about racism have been proven to be real. I think people thought perhaps we're like complaining that it's not a real issue. It certainly is. It has been for a very long time.
A national study found Indigenous people have reported a sharp rise in racism during the past decade.
It's clear that the rising nationalist movement is gaining ground. If you let racism and race hate fester like this, you allow racist organisations to be free and legal in this country, this will be the outcome.
I know how frightened people feel, but I've got to reassure people that we can't let terrorism win. So hopefully we can double the crowd next year.